Right now, I'm going to share with you a method that will let you achieve the same results literally in just one day. All you'll need are 3 indicators. I'll show you all the settings, every entry point, and after this video, you'll be able to repeat the strategy and, as a result, make a nice profit for your account. So, get comfortable and let's get started with the video. The strategy will be very safe, since we'll have 3 indicators working together right from the start. In other words, they basically show us the trend direction and indicate whether the market is overbought or oversold. All that's left for us to do is to look for good entry points and, accordingly, open trades after that. Here's an example with the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Let's see what we can observe here. Look, our super trend indicator is telling us to sell. So, accordingly, that's the first factor indicating that we should open a sell trade. The second factor is that we had a fractal here and the price touched this boundary. That's factor number 2, confirming that we really should open a sell trade. And our RSI isn't in oversold territory or anything, it's right in the middle, which is a neutral factor. So we can put a question mark on selling, and basically, we have 2 factors we're looking at. And the third factor is kind of neutral, so we don't even pay attention to it. Let's watch how this trade closes, and then I'll show you all the entry points, all the nuances, and how to add and set up these indicators. We have literally 7 seconds left. And this modest little trade brings me $1,700. Not bad. Let's dive deeper into how this strategy actually works. But first, I want to remind you that I got this strategy from our Telegram channel. Our managers shared it publicly, so if you were subscribed to our Telegram channel, you would have picked up this strategy and, accordingly, made some nice profits. If you want to get even more strategies and more indicators right now, then go to the link in the description and the pinned comment to our Telegram channel and grab even more strategies and indicators from there. There's also a lot of useful information about trading. And if you have any questions, just reach out to our support account or our managers. They'll help you out and give you advice. Now, let's move on to setting up our indicator. So, how do you actually add these indicators? We go to the indicator section, and we need 3 indicators: fractal, RSI, and super trend. We add these 3 indicators, and now they need to be configured. Next to each indicator, there's a little pencil icon. Click on it, and for super trend, we need to set the period to 10 and the second value to 2.5. We don't change anything in the style settings. Save it. Next, we go to fractal, and here the default settings are 2. Yeah, I think those are the default settings, so we leave them as is, don't change anything. And for RSI, we change the period to 20. And honestly, I would also set the middle line to 2 pixels in the style settings, just so the movement is more distinct. The indicators are added, the indicators are set up, and now we're ready to continue trading. Let's get to trading. Basically, this is just trend trading. So, if you see a situation in the market, like here for example, where there's an uptrend, here our super trend indicator was showing upward movement, and we can see that the RSI is in the neutral zone. Basically, the price touched the super trend value, so we can also use these lines as entry points. When the price, roughly speaking, comes to this line and touches it, we can enter a trade here for a bounce in the opposite direction. Especially since a fractal has formed here. At the moment, everything has frozen for me, but I hope the recording will be saved. And this trade brings me $1,500. Just give me 1 minute and we'll continue trading. Look, if we see a situation like this on the market, for example, we just skip it. So, if you see that the price is dropping very sharply, and the RSI indicator also shows that we're in oversold territory, meaning we're at the very bottom, we skip this trade. In the same way, if the price suddenly rises, for example, and the RSI is somewhere at the top, we also skip that situation. So, the safest trades for us are when the RSI is in a neutral position, or there's another situation. Let's try to find one like that on the market. Look, here's exactly that kind of example on the Euro-Swiss franc pair. What's happening here? At this moment, the price is updating our fractal high. We can work from that as well. So, we understand that the RSI is almost in the overbought area, meaning it's in the upper zone. Again, overbought is at the top, oversold is at the bottom. So, the closer the price is to these values, the more overheated or overbought the market is, or, on the contrary, oversold. We've already learned how to trade from the super trend, when the price touches it, we open a trade in the opposite direction. And it's exactly the same with the fractal. If you see that at the moment there's a strong movement and the price is updating our fractal high, then we can enter right on the rebound from that movement. Something happened with my connection just now. Sorry about that. Look, the trade closed in profit. And what do we see here? So, at that moment, the price updated this fractal high. We can see that there was this overlap at that moment. Accordingly, I opened a sell trade right here. But I didn't just open it for no reason. At that moment, I was looking at the RSI. So, I saw that the RSI was almost in the overbought zone. So, the price should reverse somewhere around here. And this is actually a good entry point. In this case, we didn't take the super trend into account. And the beauty of this strategy is that we can work with 3 indicators at once, all of which show us pretty much the same picture. It just means that with different values, we'll have different entry points. Sometimes we'll combine the super trend, so we'll see a strong upward movement, and the RSI, for example, is in the middle. We'll work based on our super trend indicator. Or another scenario, a fractal closed here, we have a strong upward movement, and from here we can open a trade on the side. Or on the contrary, we see that the RSI is somewhere in the oversold zone, we realize that the price is updating some fractal low, and at that moment we open a buy trade. So, in reality, you can work in different ways, but as we can see, all today's trades performed very well. In other words, it was a good streak of profitable trades. So, right now we have a sharp impulse happening, and in moments like these, it's better not to trade at all. Also, I want to gently remind you that we have our private Telegram channel where we consistently share valuable signals. These are signals directly from our professional traders. So, if you truly want to copy and earn from our signals, I will certainly leave the link in the description below. Break time equals 0.5s/, be sure to thoroughly check it out and grab it. In short, the direct link to our VIP channel and the link to our dedicated managers will be conveniently in the description. It's really a very simple group where you can just copy the knowledge of professional traders and make money from it. Also, in the pinned message, you'll find a complete manual that will not only help you earn money but also teach you trading, since there are really useful articles here that will teach you how to trade. I hope you figured out how to use the strategy. I've shown all the settings and all the entry points. All that's left for you is to repeat and apply it to your own chart. Be sure to write in the comments what you think about this strategy. You'll find even more strategies on our Telegram channel and also on this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and also rate this video in the comments. That's it for now. I'll say goodbye and see you in the next video.